The Los Angeles Lakers invited two of the top teams in the NBA to Staples this weekend, and two things happened. Not only did the Lakers win both going away, but LeBron James got himself into the MVP conversation, taking on the burden of the offensive maestro on one end and guarding Giannis and Kawhi on the other. And this can mean only one thing. It's the Forum Blue and Gold who are primed to take on all comers in the playoffs and come out on the other end supremely happy. To start off, everyone came to see the big matchup between Giannis and LeBron. And while the numbers might have looked similar, when these two titans actually guarded each other, it wasn't even close. After the first quarter, LeBron took on the challenge of defending Giannis almost every time down, and one thing you'll notice is how big a cushion LeBron was giving him, practically daring him to shoot the outside jumper, and for good reason. There were times when Giannis simply would not engage LeBron, just pass it off without looking for the rim, which is reminiscent of what happened when guarded by Kawhi in last year's playoffs. And then other times where that cushion LeBron could give him because of his shooting issues nullified any potential drives, stalling out the offense. Plus, Giannis' lack of, skill with his footwork going to the basket got exposed on this drive as he got caught fading and twisting awkwardly into a missed short shot. When Giannis got LeBron down low in the post, he struggled to generate shots, with a little bit of help from teammates stunting down on him to force it back out, or simply not being able to get into advantageous positions and forced to give the ball up to teammates and hope for the best. With that sag, Giannis was able to hit 1-3 in LeBron's face from out top to cut the lead to 9, and the sag enabled Giannis to hit Bledsoe on the nice cut and finish at the basket for an assist. But the only way Giannis really got anything going was to get a ball screen and force a switch, where the quick roll got him an and one at the rim. Here's another example where Giannis simply could not get by a LeBron deep in the fourth quarter due to lack of a solid dribble move, so he was forced to set the ball screen. LeBron steps up to stop the ball, and this roll to the hoop got him a vicious dunk and one, but also wrenched his knee to the point where he missed the next two games. And if you wanted a statement on this game specifically and the MVP race in general, then check how LeBron forces Giannis to turn his back at the free throw line and then manhandle him on the extended step attempt that made Giannis look like the 40-pound weakling getting sand kicked in his face at the beach. On the flip side, Giannis did not have nearly the same success defending LeBron. There's the same cushion Giannis got, but LeBron hits the three to fuel the big run in the third quarter. This time, LeBron just takes him down low in the post. Giannis continued to back up and got so low under the hoop that he goaltended his layup by sticking his hand through the rim. Can you hear me shaking my head? With another post-up, LeBron faces him up, takes all the time in the world before going straight to the hole and laying this one up off the glass with hardly any resistance. Both these games saw the Lakers' opponents control much of the first halves, but the third quarter is where they came out roaring and hit the Bucks and the Clippers with huge runs that virtually decided the game right then and there. Against the Bucks, it was 18 straight points early in the third that tilted this game to the Lakers. Giannis picks up LeBron in transition, a matchup we won't see much of at all on this end of the floor. Look how much space he gives LeBron, who is shooting 35% from three, and James hits him with the step back and the Lakers have the lead. Danny Green gambles and gets rewarded by poking the ball away from Middleton, and the Bucks commit an awful foul on LeBron here. With Green ahead of the pack, it's a clear path violation, giving LeBron two free throws and the ball back to the Lakers. They run a high post split out of the sideline out of bounds play, and Wes Matthews does a nice job to run LeBron off the line, but that does encourage him to back his smaller defender down to the block. With this over the right shoulder fade, there's simply nothing the defense can do except hope it misses. Reeling, it's imperative to the Bucks that they get an incredibly good shot on this possession. I'd argue Bledsoe bringing it up won't ensure that, but they run a handoff back to him, catch LeBron giving him too much space. Bledsoe generates a wide-open 14-footer. This is probably the shot the Lakers wanted to take, but it's also a shot Coach Budenholzer would be fine with. Alas, it's another brick. Finally, the Bucks hit another ball screen with Giannis to get LeBron off of him. They patiently wait for him to get low post position on the much smaller Danny Green. When the help comes, it gives Giannis happy feet, As you can see, his left foot pivot comes off the ground, then comes back down before he releases the shot, all due to the Davis challenge in the air. To cap it off, the Lakers run a nice action where AD sets a pin down for Danny Green, then comes back up to flip the screen and make it into flare action. LeBron arches the pass perfectly to Green, Middleton gets hung up, and that gives them a 13-point lead. In Game 2, there were 3 separate runs in the second half that blitzed the Clippers and allowed the Lakers to win the game handily. Going into AD down low, he attracts the Morris double team. Beverly doesn't rotate with his man Avery Bradley, and it leaves him with a decent look out top, and his shooting became a huge key to the game. With LeBron directing the action, Davis runs one of the oldest plays in the book, a pin down for the player inbounding on the baseline. Lots of room for the 14-footer, and the Lakers have the lead. LeBron also turned it up a notch on defense. Despite getting out of position and giving up a straight line drive, he recovers well enough to pursue, then get a deflection, which gets Kawhi all out of sorts, and he ends up turning it over by charging into AD. You have to be very careful about making passes to players when Kawhi is in the area. It looked like Kawhi had the steal on his pocket pass, but LeBron is precise with his placement. JaVale hangs on to it after dribbling to control it and gets the strong finish. Another high post split sees Rondo running this position with Bradley and AD splitting in the mid-post. Both Marcus Morris and Reggie Jackson run to Davis, leaving Bradley wide open for another 3-ball that tickles the twine. The bottom line, you cannot allow easy middle penetration. Rondo demonstrates why on this play, where Paul George is now forced to help. Kawhi should have rotated to the first pass of the corner, and Bradley hits one more of his 6 total threes to keep the Lakers close. To cap off this 13-3 run, watch how Rondo collapses 2 defenders with a pick and roll, leaving Davis to pop to the top, take his time, and nail this wide open 3 that increased the lead to 6. The Lakers hit the Clippers with a 14-6 run to start the fourth to basically end the game, and on this drive on Kawhi, LeBron tries to use the inside hand finish, but Harrell knocks it away. However, because Montrez had to help, his man Kyle Kuzma has a free run to the hoop to tip this in. You can see more vigor and energy from LeBron on this defensive sequence, culminating in cutting Kawhi off in the lane and forcing him to pass out. However, Kuzma got all turned around watching the ball, gets beat right off the bat, and Morris has to help with no one dropping down to stop Harrell. We don't often see a lot of defensive effort expended from LeBron, but he rotates off Kawhi with great quickness, blocks the shot clean, then pressures the next one into a miss. This leads LeBron to try an off-foot twisting layup under heavy pressure as Kawhi rotated over. Of course, it's Kawhi's man who gets the easy tip in, all due to LeBron collapsing the D. Rondo got into the act by running a pick and roll with KCP, who pops to the top. Watch Lou push his man away, but Paul George does not switch, leaving KCP to attack with the shot fake, poor Lou, and right into the lane where the Clippers lack a rim protector on the floor. Watch Kawhi position himself to prevent LeBron from using the inside ball screen. Morris should have been in the line of deployment between the ball and the basket. That doesn't happen, so LeBron rejects the screen and gets a phantom call for the and one against Morris. There were so many charges and attempted charges taken in this game, it was crazy. And when PG comes around a double pin down, then does his dance by Caldwell Pope, it seemed like a good shot would come out of this. Instead, AD steps in, looks to be drifting a bit to his left, but the feet are set and out of the restricted area, and successfully draws this charge. And to cap it off, that same pick and pop with Rondo and KCP, only this time, he lures Morris to help off his man one pass away. Easy pass, easy shot, 12-point lead. Now, the head-to-head matchup between Kawhi Leonard and LeBron James wasn't anything like we saw in Milwaukee. They each did real damage while they guarded each other, like Kawhi using the offense to spring him open across a triple cross screen that gets him some mid-range space to step back and hit a wide-open jumper. LeBron got him back with this full-speed drive, ignoring the screen being set for him so he can just make Kawhi look like a statue before drawing the foul on Zubac. Kawhi's aggressiveness with LeBron on him was night and day different than Giannis, as he doesn't even need the ball screen to get right into the lane on LeBron before hitting a little runner. Then LeBron doesn't mess around by going right to that left block, commanding the ball, and faces up to get into the middle where he coaches the whistle from the refs plus the and one. On this horn set, LeBron was so busy trying to direct his teammates on defense that he forgot Kawhi had the ball. Leonard reminds him of this with a quick spin into the middle, 1-foot jump to the front of the rim, and smosh, giving Kyle Kuzma a front row seat to the fireworks. So that's how the Lakers celebrated their last pre-coronavirus weekend, letting everyone know that their mix of talent and size makes them the favorites to win a title. And while Giannis might still win the MVP award, I think LeBron let him and Kawhi know that he's not ready to give up his title of the king just yet. So let's all enjoy his dominance for a little while longer, shall we? If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to B-Ball Breakdown so you can get alerted right away when we drop a new video. This season will be filled with incredible content, so don't miss it. You in?